We are at the Iconic Experience Show, and I have with me Mrs. Jyoti Mayal. She is the president of TAAI. Let's talk to her about this. So, Jyoti, tell us, this has been an event which is concerning travel, tourism, MICE, and travel experiences, luxury travel experiences, if I'm right.
Yeah.
So tell me about this event. We'd love to hear.
Thanks, Priti, for asking me that question. Again, coming back to it, we are calling it the Iconic Experiences Show because I think it is experiences that drive luxury. It's not that the luxury drives experiences. Luxury doesn't have a cost. Luxury is an emotion, a feeling where I feel satisfied and thrilled and have a recall value. And that is what my experience only can bring in. So my concept to bring this show together was because people were not being able to understand, my membership was not being able to understand how do we add that little value to a customer to be different, not lose out your business, create a loyalty program for yourself. We need to look into all these details very, very minutely, and I think we should be able to do that. We are travel agents from the beginning, so we need to actually see how we can develop this and create experiences for our customer to take it forward, which will of course culminate into luxury. So that is the whole concept behind it. It's a 2-day event which we have curated. The day one was full of experiential talk. Today the whole day starting at 10. We started with the beautiful Vandana. We didn't have the ritual of lighting the lamp, but we had it on the screen. So it was beautifully done with a live performance, and that is what luxury is. We are changing the entire concept, and tomorrow is an event where we have around 50 stakeholders exhibiting their products. But yes, this is the first step, and I'm sure we need more and more to develop this and move forward.
What have been the takeaways of today?
So there were a lot of takeaways. We had awesome speakers, so we've had takeaways on wellness, how to do conferences, how medical tourism is changing, how leisure is changing, how the customer loyalty is changing, how customer experiences are coming out, and of course we ended with the sustainability bite, how the women should be empowering it.
Tomorrow is the business session.
Tomorrow is the business session.
What do you expect out of it?
So I'm expecting decent footfalls, of course, for my exhibitors to see that, and I hope people get interested more and more because they need to change. Otherwise, they need to stop crying that there's no business in the world or there's competition in the world. Because it's a competitive world, but we need to be over the competition to move forward.
Travel tourism in India is doing well.
It's doing beautifully well, but new stakeholders are coming in. The old ones are losing out. So I think there's a huge thing to grow and see why are we losing out, why the new ones coming in to have to adapt and adopt things to make it beautiful, curated and sustainable.
Thank you so much talking to us.
Thank you.
At the Iconic Experience Show, I have with me former ADG, Ministry of Tourism, Mrs. Rupinder, Brar. So, if I may ask, you are at this is a luxury travel, wellness and wedding and MICE show. What do you think is India, how is the luxury segment in India for that matter? Are there takers? I mean, there are many takers, or it's just the very upper class segment?
I think it's a fantastic time for the Iconic Experience show to happen for the luxury segment because India is so ready for taking the luxury to the world, whether it's luxury in terms of the quality of stays that we offer, whether it's the cruise liners, whether it is the cuisine experience, whether it's the heritage, whether it's textiles. So the list is endless in terms of experience, sheer luxury in hospitality. And India, of course, known for its Atithi Devo Bhav, and we go out of our way because luxury is an experience, it's not just about things around you. And I think India has so much of it to offer. So all the best to the organizers of the show and all the best to Incredible India to also, apart from other segments, to do extremely well in the luxury segment.
Ms. Brar, you've been ADG, Ministry of Tourism. What have been your contribution to tourism industry in that point?
Well, I think that would be like, tom-tomming one's own work there, but I'm glad to come back here and share a few very significant things, out of which the most critical and something that has sustained and stayed is the emotion of Dekho Apna Desh. I think why I say it's an emotion because it cannot be completed in a few episodes. We did run almost 175 episodes in COVID times. It started as an initiative to create digital and virtual experiences, and it stayed on, and it not only stayed on, it actually really picked a lot of momentum. So I think to me, if I look back, the greatest satisfaction from my tenure is reminding everybody that we have such amazing things in India to see and experience. And that not only all the foreigners, but the Indians themselves need to experience India in its so many hues and colors. And well, there were many other things. We did win awards for our movies. We did carry India's message loud to the world. There were a lot of global campaigns that happened. There was, of course, also a lot of communication with other ministries. So we made sure that work happened at airports, work happened on the roads, etc., etc. But single largest, if I would really want to be happy about it, I think
We've just finished with our G20 and it's been a roaring success. And I believe it has promoted tourism a lot as well. What do you have to say about that?
Absolutely. I think the way India was showcased with the Honorable Prime Minister himself leading from the front every initiative and the kind of experience that we gave to the delegates that came to India, 55 different destinations, and the way those destinations opened up and showed the splendor that India is. I think people carried back not just a few experiences, but experiences that they never knew that India could offer. And I think that's been a great exercise for promoting India, for making people understand the different layers that India has to offer. It's been a fantastic event for India, undoubtedly.
If I can ask you a small question, how do you think India is different to the rest of the world as far as tourism is concerned?
Bharat Mahan, right? I think India is different because if you, and I also like to use this sometimes, if you remember there was a book and a movie, Eat, Pray, Love, right? Or Eat, Love, Pray, whichever way you do it. I think here is a country where you can eat, you can pray, you can love, and you can fall in love with so many different aspects of life. If we look at the heritage that we offer in terms of architecture, the tangible and the intangible heritage, the music, the art forms, the dance forms, the cuisine forms, if you look at the biosphere, if you look at our beaches, if you look at the different geography that we have, and the philosophies of India, the wisdom of India, whether it's in the form of Ayurveda or yoga, the list is just endless. I think we can go on and on about it, and I think that's where India is unique. Every country has something to offer, but we in India have everything to offer, and I think that's where India is so unique.
Just very quickly, where do we need to improve in our tourism?
I think we need to package ourselves a little better, because I always say that the challenge for India is that there are just too many things to showcase. And when a tourist is visiting our country for a week or 10 days at most, because that's typically how much a tourist will come to, where to go, how to go, I think making smart packages is an important part of the strategy. And creating good communication is also another very important part of promotional strategy, because we need to carry the different elements of India, and I'm glad that we're already doing it. Moving away from the typical golden triangle, I think we have managed to create many more options for tourists, but more needs to be done on that account.
Thank you so much for talking
Thank
to
you
us.
so much.
Thank you.